Wow,
are we allowed again? With us, we introduce ourselves. Can we be allowed again?
Yes, but remember the rule for this is just your name and what you sell.
Okay.
Let's hear you.
My name is Laden. I work with Rafiki Bank. We sell loan product and account product.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you,
Laden.
Liz,
who has raised her hand? Liz.
Oh, Liz. Liz, please go ahead. And you see the beauty here. Laden wants to say it twice. So he knows their clients here. So please, hapa kuna wateja. Introduce yourselves. You'll be surprised. Go on, Liz, please. Liz, is your hand up? Oh, there
Hello,
you go.
hi, good evening. My name is Liz. I'm a sales agent. I work at Britam Insurance. Thank you.
All right. Remember what I said. Thank you, Liz. Your name and what you sell. Let's figure out where you work. Your name and what you sell. Let me see who knows what they sell. Next, somebody else, please. Do you have a hand up that I can't see? Gladys, do you want to sell? Catherine Kilo. Catherine,
Hello.
Gladys, go ahead, sorry.
Hello, I'm Gladys Wanjogo Kaiga. I sell insurance.
Aha, would have loved to know which insurance. Some of us know insurance when we need it. Ya gari, when I need it. Na kuna zingine hatujuangi. Thank you so much, Gladys. Anyone else? I have 2 more chances for people to introduce themselves, your name and what you sell.
Hello, good
Mukicheza
evening.
Leda na tarudi tena. Yes, Andiwa, go ahead.
Yes, my name is Edwin Andiwa and I work with Britam. We do pension, we do life and education policy and many other insurance products which you people may be in need of.
Thank you,
Yeah, thank you.
Andiwa. Next one, I'll give one more.
Good
A
evening.
second of your time. Yes, please.
Yes, my name is Catherine. I work with Rafiki Bank, Machakos branch. We sell whole bank products. Even we are an agent for insurances. So we also sell insurances apart from opening accounts, loan, giving out loans, and also recruiting more customers.
Even ndio watu wanachukuliagwa biashara yao. Thank you, Catherine. I happen to be in Machakos. Look out for me. Gladys Munch, you have your hand up.
Hi, everyone. Glory Mancha. I sell money market funds with CIC. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Glory. Sorry, I baptized you. And you're the one who obeyed my instructions, what your name and what you sell. Thank you so much. Eunice, do you mind taking this over? The rest of you, please write on the chat what you sell and give as much detail as you want, as you need. Your customers are here and others are coming. Thank you so much. Enjoy.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Juliana. It was just interesting to notice that the bankers and the insurers are always volunteering. And apart from, is it Jerry, the caterer? The caterer, what is her name? The one who won?
Yes,
apart
it's Jerry. You're correct.
Yeah. Apart from Jerry, and maybe Jerry because she won, that's why she was happy to introduce. What do the other people do? Why are you afraid to say what you sell? You know, when I was selling insurance, they used to write at the offices, no hawkers, no bankers, and no insurance people. Is that the reason why we were branded? Elliot, do you want to say something? Yeah, but there is nothing wrong with, you know, just introducing who you are and what you do. You know, just show up, you know, stand out. Because, yeah, as Juliana said, especially not only in Kenya, is so much competition for attention that you just have to stand out. You cannot stay at the back bench anymore. I know we were taught when growing up that you know, it's actually in the Bible that when you go to an event, do not go to the front, ukae pale nyuma, and then wait for someone to come and take you to the front. Unfortunately for the sales and for entrepreneurs, that doesn't work. Nobody will notice us. So we just have to stand up and say, we are here, we are present. So welcome once again to 20X Entrepreneur. And I'm happy that we've got to know each other. Please continue typing your name, what you sell, where you're joining us from, and the kind of customers you're looking for. Just in addition, please type what you're expecting today. What are your expectations this evening? So I'm going to begin. Today, our topic is how do you build a winning sales system? And I'll begin by asking, what is your understanding of a sales process? What is a sales process? Now, this is another opportunity to introduce yourself. So raise your hand. Okay. You raise your hand, and then as you're answering my question, you have an opportunity to say who you are and what you sell, and then you answer my question. What is your understanding of a sales process? Anyone? Anyone who is a volunteer? And as you're answering that, what process do you use in your business today? It's not academics, it's just how you do it. How you understand it. Yeah.
Okay, can I go first?
I can. Oh, sorry.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. And
Okay,
then we'll also hear. Go on.
Okay. It is very difficult to maybe speak English where your seniors are, but I will try. To my understanding, the sales process is the process of turning a prospect into a client, or what we call sales now. The process of turning that prospect into now a client, or generating prospect into actual revenue. I've tried a bit of English, you helped me there. But now what do we use? At Rafiki Bank, we are passionate of building relationship. We use various methods, like we identify who our clients are, we segment them properly. Thereafter, we qualify them, who fit and who doesn't fit. Thereafter, now we approach. There are some we can do calls. There are some we can visit physically. There are some now we can engage via email or text, but preferably we visit our clients to understand their needs. Then thereafter, we suggest solution to them. Then thereafter, we follow up for closure of sale. That might, from us, just a nutshell of how we do it. But again, we are here to learn more and take corrective measures. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Laden, for that. There was someone else who wanted to speak. I didn't quite get who it was. Please go ahead, unmute yourself.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh. Let her go ahead first.
No. Why are you allowing people to go ahead of you? It's your turn. Edwin.
Okay. Yes.
You're being very humble.
Okay. So a sales process is a process of. There's someone who should mute.
Yeah, we need. Please mute. There's someone who needs to be muted. Okay, go ahead, Edwin.
A sales process is a process from where you qualify a suspect up to closing the business, up until you go to an extent of doing customer service. So in Britain, this is what we do. First, you do prospecting. You prospect someone whom you feel like is a qualified prospect. And then after that, you can do need analysis. Then after need analysis, you can give him the product which will fit their needs. And then after that, you can do customer service. It's that process. Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Edwin. There was one more, just one more. Go ahead. Was it Gladys? Who was it? Okay. If there's none, I will go ahead and thank you so much, Edwin and Laden, for explaining your sales process. I wanted to hear from people who are not selling a service. people who are selling products. What is your sales process? Juliana or Derek, check for me somebody who is selling products and not services. Do we have any? Apart from Jerry? Okay, Jerry. Yeah, let's hear from Jerry. Sorry, Esther? Is it Esther? Yes, Esther, go ahead. What do you sell? And what is your sales process currently? Esther Day? Yes, Judy, what do you sell? You sell products, which ones?
Hi, good evening. My name is Judy Mwangi. I'm in the business.
We lost you, Judy. We lost Judy. Is someone here
When
from...
I get to...
Yes, go on.
Yes, I do. Sorry, I'm saying I don't sell products. I sell solutions.
Okay.
We are in the... I sell products, yes. But when I get to a client, I never sell a product. I sell a solution. I identify the pain with the client, and then I give you the solution. We are in the wellness industry.
It's recording.
What we call alternative medicine. And this is a company that has been in this country for the last 13 years, tried and tested with high efficacy of products. So when I get to a client, I don't tell them I'm from BF Suma. No. I would always want to create a relationship with my client and just listen. I do more of listening to that client. Then I give them the solution with our products.
All right. Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Judy Mwangi.
Thank you.
Asante sana. There's someone here from Accra, Ghana. Would you like to introduce yourself as you tell us the process that you use? There's no right or wrong answer because it's your process, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, I am Bright Fuliji, and I'm a virtual.
Go on, right? Sorry about the noise. Ladies and gentlemen, please mute so that we can hear all the way from Accra, Ghana. Bright, go ahead. Did we lose him? Bright, you're muted. Please unmute. Oh, sorry. Unmute, please.
Yeah, I'm also into affiliate marketing. And then, as I said earlier on, virtual assistant. And I mainly manage social media for my clients. Yeah, I serve online, mainly with affiliate marketing. Everything is being done by a company. I don't actually deliver the product, as it is an affiliate marketing system. So basically, that's what I do from home.
So what, do you have a process, how you do it?
Yes. What is mainly done behind is I actually have a special link where everything goes through a funnel built by the company. So sales are made, products are delivered. I just get my invoices back into my emails and other things. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Bright. Thank you for joining us all the way from West Africa. Karibu sana. So, so it seems that all of you, or majority of you, you have a process. Maybe you've never thought through it, but yes, we all have a process that we follow. I want to share my screen. because I want to keep asking you more questions so that we understand you much more. We've already done introduction. Today we are going to diagnose your sales process, as a few of you have told us your sales process, and everyone else is going to answer a few questions to see how well you're doing with your sales process. And then I'll give you some insights on how you can create a winning process. Now, it's important that I introduce my company, the company I work with, which is 20X Entrepreneur. 20X Entrepreneur is a sales consultancy company. We accelerate sales in businesses. And one way to do that is doing a sales appraisal, whereby we come to your organization, look at all the aspects of your business and how well they are organized to support sales. So basically sales enablement. So we look at finance, we look at IT, we look at, for those who are in credit, we look at the risk department, because all these departments, everyone should be working for one goal, the customer. So that's what we do. Then after that, we give recommendations. Some of the recommendations involve training. So we do sales training, and training is not enough because training alone doesn't cut it. We all know that after going through training, we get very excited, we get inspired, and immediately, in few weeks, or rather the first week you're able to sell, but then it goes down. So we go a step further and say, okay, once we do training, we want you to implement, because implementation is key. After you implement, we coach you, so that we walk with you the journey. The other thing that we do is that what we've discovered is that a lot of businesses struggle to get the right salespeople. So we recruit on behalf of companies. And finally, we also create opportunities for you guys to meet, network, like even now, this is a networking forum whereby you come and share with others what you do, how you do it, and you keep building your brand. We help you build your brand. So we have networking event called Sales Fest Africa, and in October 29, we're headed to Dubai. So for those who want to go and celebrate sales there and network in Dubai, as we have fun, as we tour Dubai, you're welcome. So, and we also have an event that happens every January called Sales Fest. Every January, you'll be seeing a lot about that. Okay. Our aspiration and our dream is that you grow your sales from where you are, which is X, to 20X in 3 to 5 years. Why is that so? Because I personally was able to grow my income 20X in less than 3 years. So I believe that if you do what we have documented, because we documented what I did, we've been able to document what the teams that I led did, and it is what we share with you. So we believe that that could help you grow 20 times. So any 20X entrepreneur in the house, a 20X entrepreneur is someone who is on a journey to growing their revenue 20 times. Do we have any in the house? You can show me with an emoji so that we see. Do we have any 20X entrepreneur in the house? This is an aspiration, remember, and we're inviting you to join this because it's your business. We have a dream for you. Do you have a dream for yourself? How many times do you want to grow? And so every Thursday, 7 p.m., we are here without fail. Whether you show up or you don't show up, we'll be here, all right? Because we believe in consistency. Consistency is the key. So we keep doing it all the time. And so today we were talking about sales process. A few of you have shared your process and how what you currently do. Why a process? Sales is a science. And a science is, it shows when we say, when you talk about science, we talk about processes. We talk about logic. We talk about steps, you know, that you need to do certain things in a certain way to get certain results. So because sales is a science, then you need to have a process. I did chemistry and mathematics, so I am a scientist, and that's why I believe that sales is a science. And if you can be able to document what exactly works, then you can scale what works. So today we are looking at how do you develop a winning sales process? Now, before we go that, I want to just ask a few questions. And I want you to type in the chat, and Juliana will help me see what you put in the chat. The first question, you're asking yourself, okay? So we have, I said we because you could be, you know, having a team, or if you're alone, then you replace that with I. We have a clearly defined method that our team use consistently. Is it yes or no? Type in the chat. Is it yes or no? Do you have a clearly defined method that your team use consistently, that even when you're sleeping, you know what they're doing at any given time? Do you have that? Type in the chat, please. All right, we will get back to results later. There's no right or wrong answer. And if you can also mark it on your notebook as question number 1. If you got no, you put no. If it's yes, you put yes. All right, let's move to the next one. We track sales activity, inputs, and sales results. Yes or no? Do you track sales activity, inputs, and sales results? When we talk about input, I'm talking about, do you track the behaviors? You see, input is not just say, okay, I got 2 leads. We also want to, do you track the behavior that led to the results that you got? Why? Because Albert Einstein said, everything that can be counted does not necessarily count. So it's not because you can count, you know, that everything that can be counted has to be counted, but also everything that counts cannot necessarily be counted. For example, you may not be able to count the behavior, but it counts. And that is where we miss the mark as sales leaders. I believe you're here because you're a sales leader. What is this that you monitor? Do you track? What do you track? What am I seeing? Yes, I see yes. Aha, awesome. Let's go to the next. We can't seem to recruit the right salespeople. Do you agree or disagree? Put it in the chat. We can't seem to recruit the right salespeople. Do you agree or disagree? Okay, some are saying true, others are saying, all right, okay. Our sales team work hard enough. Is that true or false? Is it a yes or no? Do your sales team work hard enough? If it's not your sales team, if you're here as a salesperson, do you work hard enough? You need to mute some people. Who are those who need to be muted? Good, thank you. Okay, what do we have on the chat? Oh, your salespeople work hard. Sam and Patty, awesome. Our sales team know how to answer objections. Do you agree or disagree? Do they know how to answer objections? Aha, great. Mwangi, your sales team know how to answer objections. Laden says some yes, some no. All right. Let's go to the next. Our sales managers are good at developing salespeople. So for the sales people who are here, do you agree or disagree? If you're a manager, do you think you're good at developing salespeople or not? Our sales managers are good at developing salespeople. Do you agree or disagree? All right, let me see what we have here. Yes and no. Okay. All right. I'm satisfied with our close rate and deal size. Are you satisfied with the close rate for your team and the size? You know, for those who are selling, the deal size is the amount, the basket size. For those who are selling products, are you satisfied with your close rate? Close rate is, say for example, you've got 10 leads and then you closed one. So we can say that your close rate, 1 out of 10 or 10%. Are you satisfied with the close rate? Now, do you even keep that data somewhere? Do you even collect that data? Do you know your close rate? Let me see, type. Do you know, are you satisfied with your close rate and the deal size? No, okay. Do you even know your close rates and the deal size, the average deal size? Because as a leader, these are very important parameters to measure. Our salespeople tend to blame circumstances other than take responsibility of their performance. Is it yes or no? Is it true or false? Leden, you said, oh my goodness. Oh dear. Yes, somebody is asking, I repeat. Okay, our salespeople tend to blame circumstances other than take responsibility of their performance. Almost everyone is saying yes. How is that? Oh dear. Wow, wow. This is amazing. Okay. So let me just, so that I'm able to see what you have typed there. Some hands are up. Was it because of the question I had asked earlier, or is it some new information that has come up? Somebody want to say something? Something is burning. Rashid? Something has clicked in your mind and you want to share? Please go ahead. Is it Rashid, Jerry? I can see your hands are up. So I want to discuss the first question was on the sales, the sales process, the methodology that you use. Where are my notes? Yeah, the methodology that you use. And the question was that you have a clear method that your team use consistently. Some of you said yes, others said no. Did you have anyone who said no? Juliana, do you remember? Did we have a no? Anyone who said no?
I would need to check.
Yeah.
Let me check.
Now, the question I would ask as on that question, whether you said yes or no, because majority actually said yes. The question is, and because you said yes, it means actually you're doing very well, because it means you have a consistent selling approach that can be taught, practiced, observed, and coached. Now, if you said no, it means that you don't have a consistent sales approach that can be, number one, taught, practiced, observed, and coached. Now, that's a very dangerous place to be, because it means you can't scale. You can't scale your business. It means also that you're the business person, the only person who can do it, because it's in your head. And one of the questions I didn't ask you is that process somewhere written, or is it in your head? Or has it been ingrained in your hearts and minds, in the hearts of your salespeople and their minds. You know when Joshua was being given the mantle by Moses, when Moses was like succession planning. Is it Moses who told Joshua, or is it God who told Joshua that this book of the law should not depart from your mouth? Meditate on it day and night. Do your salespeople meditate on that process day and night? Is it written in their hearts and their minds that they actually do it unconsciously? Let me see in the chat. Is that correct? Does that happen? Now, if that is the case, then you're in a very, very good place. So what you need, the next question you need to ask is that process or is that method based on your company selling process, or is it based on the customer's buying process? Now, those are two different things. What's the difference? There's a company selling process and there's customer's buying process. You see, a winning sales process is a process where both match. That is, you see, the company selling process is whereby what the company finds most cost effective and most profitable to deliver on their the value. And then this ideal customer buying process. This is how the customers want to buy. Now, if those two do not match, it means that you will be driving a process that does not support the customer buying process. All right. So the customer buying process, just to explain a little bit, it's what do your customers want and how do they want it? Okay. Now, ideally, what you should do is to now merge how they want it and your process, the process that can be most profitable. You need to start with, how do my customers want it delivered? And then again, it will not work because then you will not be able to bring in sales. The other question was on the input, the sales input, you remember? And some of you have said that you are able to measure or to understand the input behaviors and the activities that produce results. And others, you are not able to do that. Now, if you're able to do that, just a minute. Sorry about that. We're talking about the process. You see, as a winning sales process, you need to be able to understand, to go beyond the results. For example, your salesperson has come and they sold, they closed. What questions do you ask them? Let me ask someone here. George Gogi, go ahead as you tell us what you sell. What questions do you ask when a salesperson comes and they tell you they closed a big deal? George, are you there? Okay, George is not there. I want to ask somebody who was very happy answering questions. Please raise your hand if you want to answer my question, but let me ask Laden. Laden, is it Laden or Laden? What is your name?
It's Laden, but it depends on where you come from.
Okay. So tell us, your salesperson, you're a sales manager, right? Or rather,
yes,
you manage a team. So your salesperson has come and has told you, I closed this big deal. What questions do you ask?
Honestly, most of the time, we don't have a lot of time to ask the question. For example, if my salesperson is from the field and they've closed, for example, let's say they've onboarded maybe a fixed deposit of 5 million or 10 million from a client.
Yeah.
What I would ask is on more of the deal, not on the process. I would think, typically, I would ask for how long is the customer fixing and how much we are earning. Once I'm done with that, honestly, I don't go beyond it.
Oh dear. Do you see how much you miss out? Because then you miss the opportunity to find what works. You see, having a process, and I asked Layden because he was able to articulate very well the process that he used. So when your salesperson closes a deal, then you need, and this is where we said you need to ask, to understand the behavior that led to the sale. And mostly, Layden, if I ask you the other question, when they don't close the deal, when they haven't closed in the month or in the week, what questions do you ask?
Okay, as practical, to try to be as realistic and as practical as possible. Hello?
Go on.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, if they have not closed, as practical as possible, there are times where now you can, and I sit down with my team and I ask them what is not working. But again, most of the time, the emphasis is always on numbers. Not many times do we interrogate the process, do we interrogate what is working, because again, we are also against time. Our targets are geared toward numbers. So most of the conversation is always about numbers and numbers. But on rare cases, we interrogate the process.
So you measure the easiest to measure, which is numbers.
We measure the result.
And yeah.
Honestly, some people take consequences, some people get PIPs, and some people get terminated.
But can you imagine, Layden, if you only asked those who have closed the deal, if they told you the behavior that led to the closing the deal, if you're able to track that, that particular effect that generates the success, then you teach the others who are not closing that method. Can you imagine that you may not need to give PIPs? But you see, because you're in a hurry, and actually that's why majority of sales team don't perform, because we are in a hurry. You're in a hurry to go to the next deal. Now in the process, you actually lose. You understand? So for you to have, it's not enough to have the process. It is important to know what actually counts in that process. So are you tracking the right things? You need to be able to track the right things. Ask the right question. I always like to ask, okay, you closed this big deal. How did you go about it? Why do you think you closed it? You need to understand the why. You may realize, you may get a spark of, oh my goodness, this is something everybody else can copy and scale. The whole purpose of a process is to know what actually works and what can be scaled. Tuko pamoja? Is it making sense?
Yes.
I'm saying, all right. So I will not go deep into the other questions. Those ones we can answer them another time, because I want to give you some tips of building a process that works. And because I want to let you go, by 8 or latest 8:10. Okay. Where is just give me a minute. I'm looking for my slide because I want to share my screen with you. Yes. So always ask that question, why? Why did you close? Why didn't you close? You see, mostly we ask why they don't close, but we don't ask why they close. So remember, Albert Einstein said, everything that can be counted does not necessarily count. Everything that counts cannot necessarily be counted. So know what to count. So I'm not going too deep into the team, whether they are working hard enough. If your team is not working hard enough, then it means these are a question of attitude or lack of skills. Because when teams don't work, is either there's an attitude issue or the environment issue, or they are actually not skilled to do the job. So you may need to upskill them. all of you said they have the answer to objections. Many people say the sales managers are doing a good job. When you find that you're losing so many sales on price, did I ask this question? Yeah. Do you lose many sales on price? You get a lot of price objection? Please type in the chat, because I want to talk about this a bit. Please type in the chat. Am I sharing my screen? Sorry, I thought I've been sharing my screen all this time. Sorry. So this is the question. We lose too many sales on price. Let me see. Oh, Luisa said yes. Doreen, yes. Who else? Where is this? Oh, many yeses, eh? Why do you think you lose so many? Yeah, when you find that you're losing so many sales on price, this is telling you something. Remember, the purpose of our process is to be able to measure what counts. And you need to ask, why are we losing so many sales on price? Number one is what is his name? He just talked. I'm trying to remember your name. It escaped again. From Rafiki.
Laden.
Yeah, Laden, sorry. Yeah, what Laden is saying, because you're in a hurry, you pitch too quickly before you have built a relationship with the customer. And before the customer has understood the real value of your product. Now, if the customer does not understand the value, remember, we always say that as beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, so its value is in the mind of the customer. So when you do not take time for the customer to see the value, then they will just make your product a commodity. That is when loans become commodity, because you're selling the cheapest loan, or, because they can't see the other value. Why should they come to you and not to go to the competition? So they compete on, they just start giving you the price objection. So when you don't demonstrate value, or when the customer doesn't see the value, then the conversation becomes price. And when your product is not unique, that's the other time that you get this. When the product is not unique, you also get the price competition. Now, the price competition is difficult because I say it's a road to, it's the road to the bottom. Yeah, you're all competing going downward. Nobody actually succeeds. Okay, so I'll not explain the other questions, because I want us to just see, how do you create that winning sales process? Now, remember, as a sales leader, your process is like who you are. If you go to different companies, different businesses, you will see that the sales process emulates the leader. So first of all, you need to understand, who are you? What do you value most? And how do you interact with your customers? Now, do you even lead from the front? Do you go to the field to meet the customers so that you understand them? Or do you sit in the office and wait for results? So the question is, what do you want your salespeople to do, and how do you want them to do it? So it begins with you as the leader. What do you want them to do and how? All right. So this is just an example of a sales process. Lyden already explained their process. Here's another example. I'll put at the top of the funnel is, how do you attract? Now, at 20X, we do not teach pushing of products or services to customers. That is a very old way of selling. You cannot continue doing business the way we did it 20 years ago. Why? The customer has changed. The environment has changed. We're in the age of social media. 20 years ago, if I remember very well, oh yes, I cleared university 20 years ago. That is when Facebook was just becoming the thing. At least we had Facebook and Yahoo, Now today, what do you have? An array of social media platforms that people are competing for attention with the customer. Now, how then do you push a product in such an age? It's old, it doesn't work. And if it has been working for you, please type in the chat and tell us how effective it has been to push products the way the insurance agents used to do it long time ago, the way the car sales dealers used to do it long time ago. Do you remember how they used to do it? Yeah, just pushing. It's just about the product. You don't care whether the customer is the right customer. You don't care about whether you build a relationship or not. So what we teach at 20X Entrepreneur is how do you attract customers to you? Because just to let you know that the attention span, even for the customers, have reduced. If they're online, the attention span on someone using a laptop is it's how many seconds? It's 3 seconds. If they're using a mobile phone, it is 1.7 seconds. So how do you catch an attention of someone who only has 3 seconds to decide whether they want to listen to you or not, to decide whether they want to know anything else you have to say or not? If it is writing, they have only 1.7 seconds to decide whether they want to read the rest of the story. This is why you must find a way to attract. Now, how do you attract? Now I'm going too deep into this. I shouldn't. Yeah, so attraction, when we talk about attraction, is people want to buy from people they know, like, and trust. So what process do you use, even in this attraction? What process do you use to attract your customer? After you attract them, you qualify them. Yeah, this is where you want to know, okay, all these people came, out of all these, who have the biggest desire for our product? Who needs it most? Who has the biggest pain? And how can we, our products or our services, cure that pain? Cold calls, I think they used to work, and they can work even now, but it's harder job. Okay, you can make it warm before you make that call. Attract them. Then you propose, then you can negotiate, commit. Now I put commit and I put in slash close, because I know everyone keeps saying our salespeople are unable to close deals. Closing is not an end. It's not an end in itself. It's a whole process from how did you attract them? How did you qualify? That determines whether they commit or not. And then after that, it continues. How do you upsell and cross-sell? So to build a winning sales process, number one, you need to begin with the goal in mind, the end goal in mind. What do you want to achieve? What you want to achieve, you want to have customers who are very happy to have bought your product. Okay? Now, if that is your end goal, then it means the rest of the process, you need to map it from, you want a very happy customer. I don't know how many of you have bought a product and then you regret why you even got into it. Our work as salespeople, as leaders, as entrepreneurs, is to help our customers make a decision that they are very happy to live with. All right? So start with that ending goal. I'm already giving you the end, but you need to ask, what is the end goal? Okay? Then map that to how the customers, are buying. How do they like to buy? For example, if your customers are on, say, Facebook, or a certain platform, say LinkedIn for those who are doing B2B, or TikTok if you're targeting the Gen-Z, the Generation Z. How do they like buying? What actually attracts them? So map your end goal with what the customer wants, and then experiment to see what works. Now, once you experiment, please don't be you know, right now, the customer has changed so much that you have to experiment to find out what really works, all right? Now, once you find what works, do more of what works, and then map every stage with the activities. For example, let me just go back here. Let's say you want to attract. Now, this is the first stage, the attraction. Now, you need to map this stage with activities to be done in that stage. Say, for example, and I'll give an example for us at 20X. How do we attract? We do videos, very high quality content on our YouTube channel. You can check it at 20X Entrepreneurs. Very high value content that we just give for free, okay? That is our way of attracting our customers, because we want them to know us, like us, and trust us. Now, once we have given all this content and we share it, apart from that, on our other social media platforms like Facebook and LinkedIn, we give very high value content in terms of writing, storytelling, okay? That's our way of attracting. So if you ask anyone at 20X, they know how we do this. And then, so the activity here is we need to record a video. Who is responsible for that activity? It is, we have Stanley, I don't know whether he's here, and Eunice or whoever is supposed to be recording. Then activity number 2 is still on the attraction, is we need to write stories. Who is the owner of this activity? We have Derek and you know, someone else who is assisting. So you map the stage with the activities. Now, if you do this, then it becomes so easy for your sales team to succeed, because when they are coming in, they already know, okay, we need to attract first, then qualify, then propose. Now, after we've done all that, you know, the next thing that we do, we invite you for our webinar. Here you are. And then we will qualify, we will propose, we will negotiate, and you will commit. That's our sales process. You see? And then measure. Remember, what you measure is as important as measuring. What exactly do you measure in every stage and with every activity? So when you put that column, put you know, the activity, who is responsible, and what exactly do you measure? At any given stage, there are different numbers or there are different items to be measured, all right? Any questions up to that point? Please type the questions in the chat. I will answer them. It's 8:06, I have just 4 minutes and I'll be done. So remember, it's easier said than done, because what you know and what you do are 2 different things. We know that. And why 20X exists is to help you bridge this gap between what you know and what you do. Believe it, I'm sure there's nothing new I've told you today. Is there anything new you've learned? If there is any, it's something very small. And if you wanted to know, you'd have found it. That means it's not about knowing. It's not about what you know. It is about what you do. It is about the execution. So we help you bridge the gap between what you know and what you do. We help you execute. How do we do that? We have a number of programs that are lined up for you. The number 1 program that you need to be signing up for your team is the 21-day sales challenge. Why 21 days? We focus on change of behavior. We focus on connecting your salespeople goals and your organization goals so that they are aligned with you. And then because you understand the process and I believe you create a process from now on, then they align to that process. That's the 21 days challenge. On week 1, we look at the freedom, the customer, you know, the customer you serve, their pain, you know, what they need. And then on week 2, we look at how do you generate leads? We look at the different ways of generating leads. And week 3, we have what we call the 64-4 rule. Because customers are not the same. We look at, you know, the different type of customers. It's what we call customer discovery, handle objections, and we we demonstrate the 20X blueprint, okay? And then after that, they go to the 12-week sales accelerator. Now, it doesn't have to follow in that series. So you go to the 12-week sales accelerator. This is where we compress time. We want to compress, your whole year into 12 weeks. And we want to give you focus, laser focus to achieve your goal. Our goal here is that you double your monthly sales. So when you join the 12 weeks, our goal, our objective is that you just double. Now, some people do 4 times, others do 10 times, others 17 times. And if you want to see, there are some who have done, and actually others have offered to give a testimonial, and you'll see it on our YouTube channel, the 20X Entrepreneur. It's called, 20X Entrepreneur. Just go to YouTube and search and follow and share and comment and ask questions, all right? So how we do it, how we make you execute is the weekly accountability session. And then there's daily training and coaching, okay? So we make you do what you have been struggling to do. We actually force you to be honest, we literally force you to do it. And so when you're signing up, you need to be ready to be pushed or to be pulled. Some we pull, others we push. We apply all, so long as you achieve the double growth. And finally, the other program we have is what we call the Sales Leaders Mastermind. This is where we actually focus on the sales managers and business owners only. This is not for salespeople. This is for business owners and sales managers. Why? Because we want to help you create a very clear, simple, and executable sales strategy. This is where we deal with what exactly should you measure? And then we create a sales generating system that produces sales daily and consistently. And finally, we take you through how do you identify. Most of you have said that, recruitment is a big thing. You don't have the right salespeople. We help you, come up with another process, because we believe that sales is science. The process of recruiting, the process of training, the process of coaching that enables you to sell daily and consistently. That will make you, Ladan, to stop being in a hurry and just be able to focus on data. We normally say at Leaders Mastermind, we say data is your superpower, all right? So this is how the 4 weeks look like. The Leaders Mastermind is 4 weeks. And then after that, we have 3 months accountability sessions. All right, any questions up to that point? I think I am done, 8:11. I can answer a few questions if you allow, and then you'll be dismissed to go and have your dinner. Mwagi Kimani says you're cruising very well. All right, nice. Laden, how you explain the process, it seems you require a lot of time. How do you balance owing to the fact that performance is a race? Now, you will not need to be in a race, Laden, if you understand the process and you understand what to measure and what to scale. You're in a hurry because you have a process that is not working. Okay. Patty Oloch is asking, do you have individual programs? Yes, we have individual one-to-one coaching. And this is where we agree on what exactly do you want to achieve, and we start walking that journey. And we agree on how we go about that. Yes, that is there. All right, any other question? Any comments, any complaint, any compliments? Let me see. George says the session is very insightful. You're welcome, George. Any other comment or compliment or complaint? If you have a complaint, we love to hear the complaints, because that is where we understand what is working and what is. Oh, George from Optiven. Say hi to George, my friend, George Washuri. Laden. Laden is asking, do we discuss commercials here or at individual level? You will see Derek. You can give a call to Derek or Faith, and you will discuss the commercials. Yes, because it depends with what it is that you want. Judy says a provocative session. Yes. Jane, Jerry, is it possible to get presentation? Oh, did I move too fast? I'm sorry, Jerry. You will get the recording so that you can stop it when you want to stop it. To be, actually, it's on our YouTube channel. Derek, is it live? I think so.
Yes, it is. It is.
Yeah, Naomi says you can't wait to be part of this training. Yes, yes, you need to join. You need to join and come with your teams. Yeah, for leaders, mastermind is the way to go. Why? Because you want to enable sales. You want to multiply yourself. For salespeople, send them for 21 days and the 12 weeks accelerator. So thank you very much. Derek, you have closing remarks, and then we can go to sleep.
Yes, a few closing remarks. I am very happy to see the questions you are asking. And what struck me is how easily we don't investigate success. We like investigating failure, but we don't investigate success. So it is something we need to do more often, and we will be in touch. I will be in touch. Yes.
And you can be sure when Derek says you'll be in touch, he will, because at 20X we have our integrity pledge. Let me just share our integrity pledge so that you go home knowing it. That when you make a commitment, you honor it. When you make a promise, you keep it. And when you set a goal, you achieve it. That's what we do. So when we make a commitment that every Thursday at 7 p.m. we are here. By the way, there are people who joined 20 minutes before 7 and they found us here. Is there anyone who is here who joined 20 minutes before 7? I think even 6:30. And you found us here. Why? Because we keep our commitments, we keep our promises, and we'll continue doing it. And we want to invite you, because to become a 20X entrepreneur, you must keep your commitments to yourself. And when you keep them to yourself, then you're able to keep commitments to others. The easiest way to know whether people can keep commitments is, do they even honor their very own commitments? You know, just test and see. Yesterday we had in our class, one of the classes, I think it's the 12 weeks, we talked about this, and a word came from my mouth and I want to mention it. We got, what we have in this country is a lot of character deficiency. Whereby people say one thing and they do the opposite of what they say. They say what they don't say what they mean, and they don't mean what they say. Basically, people don't take their words seriously because they have not done the inner work of just honoring their own commitments. Did you say that you will wake up at 6 a.m. every day? Just honor that. Nobody is monitoring you. Hakuna head teacher. And because we went to 844, most of us, you're waiting for a head teacher to wake you up, or the teacher on duty or the prefect. Now, for us, we believe that what you say you will do, nobody should follow you up. Just do it. Just show up. Thank you so much. Have a good night. See you on Thursday.